YouTube, it's Steve from the Old Yorkshire Geek. Bit of Star Trek news now. Terry Matalas is really pushing for this Star Trek Legacy series, but this is from Screen Rant. Star Trek Legacy will bring back Picard's missing TNG character, promises showrunner. Missing character is Worf's son, who doesn't even get a mention, does he, so far? But anyway, as I said, this is from Screen Rant. As usual, links in the description. Don't forget, it's over there. Like and subscribe. Share the videos. What a morning I'm having. Share the videos, drop a comment, hit the notification bell if you're subscribed already. I'm also on Rumble and Spotify and Amazon Music Podcasts and Google Podcasts. And on the social medias of Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. I used to be on Snapchat many moons ago. I've still got an account, but I never signed in. And I think I tried TikTok once. I don't even know if I got an account. I can't remember. Maybe I just looked at it. I don't know. But I'm not on that. You know, it's for kids, isn't it? It's for the kids. I'm an old fogey. I mean, I'm a Facebook person. But anyway, links for all that's in the description. As are links to my 2 books. Mercury Rapids, light-hearted sci-fi action adventure about UFO abductions and all that stuff. And Silent Predator, a short horror novella about big cats going on the rampage in North Yorkshire, of all places. It's just a bit of fun. It's on Amazon, Kindle and paperback. Right, let's look at this story. Right, here we go. Star Trek Legacy will bring back Picard's missing TNG character, promises showrunner. Star Trek Picard Season 3 showrunner Terry Matalas has teased the future of Worf's son Alexander, who could play a key role in the 25th century. Remember, he didn't even mention, did he, when he introduced himself, Worf, he had that long list of, his name and all that, House of Son of Morg, House of Martok, House of Rosenko, blah blah, all that, and it's like Bane of the Duras family. Don't know why I mentioned that. What were the last one? Oh, Slayer of Gowron. Didn't even say like father of Alexander. But never mind. Mate, it should have said mate of the mighty Kayla and Jadzia Dax. Should have said that as well, shouldn't he? Or Parmakai, or whatever they call them. Anyway, whatever. There he is, by the way. There's the modern Worf and Alexander as he appeared. Probably the last time we saw him in, I think it was in Deep Space Nine. He grew up really fast. Apparently they grow up really quickly, the Klingons. They're only like, I think he was less than 10 years old, and he appeared like as a young man, But anyway. Right, here we go. I'm going to have to move that over a bit, aren't I? There we go. Star Trek Picard Season 3 showrunner Terry Matalas has revealed that Alexander Rozhenko, son of Captain Worf, when is he being captain? I don't know. I don't think he ever made captain, did he? Or lieutenant commander. Last time we saw him in Deep Space Nine, I don't think he's ever, in canon made captain. I mean, last time we saw him, he was the Federation ambassador to Kronos, wasn't he? That's what he was last time we saw him. Anyway, would appear in his proposed Star Trek Legacy spin-off. I never actually noticed. We saw him in Nemesis, didn't we? Which happened after the end of Deep Space Nine. And I didn't pay any attention to his pips on his collar, because he had the Starfleet uniform on, didn't he? I presume he was still a lieutenant commander there, but anyway. Where were we? The final season of Picard has introduced the next generation of many of the Star Trek The Next Generation characters, including Jack Crusher, Ed Spaliers, the son of Admiral Jean-Luc Picard, Patrick Stewart, and Dr. Beverly Crusher, Gates McFadden. Fist bump. Don't shake hands. She doesn't shake hands at conventions. She fist bumps. And she's got a bottle of, well, now we're there anyway, a bottle of hand cleanser. Because she don't want to touch the filthy masses. And who can blame her, to be honest? The sweaties, as the late great John Schnepp would say. However, existing offspring of the TNG characters like Wesley Crusher, Will Wheaton.
Well, I'm just saying you should be nicer to Will Wheaton. Will Wheaton seems like a nice guy.
And Worf's son Alexander have been visibly absent from Picard Season 3. This hasn't escaped, well, Will Wheaton.
Will Wheaton.
Buggered off with crescent moon-shaped last, didn't she? In Season 2. God, they were horrible. This hasn't escaped the attention of Star Trek fans, one of whom reached out to Matalas, on Twitter to ask for information on the whereabouts of Worf's son. Matalas responded to the query, teasing the future of Alexander in the Star Trek universe. Read the tweet below to see Matalas's response, and there it is. Lots of nods to kids of TOYG. What about Alexander? Somebody asks. And then Terry Matalas replies, he would be in #Star Trek Legacy. He's pushing for it, isn't he? Worf's son Alexander could solve a Klingon problem in Star Trek Legacy, could he? Oh, let's read on. See, there he was as a young kid. I said, I don't know, what's this, about season 4, this-ish. I think it's about season 4. 3 at the earliest, but I think probably 4. So then he had another 3 years, didn't he, of TNG. And then, but that overlapped, didn't it? With Deep Space Nine. Worf appeared in Deep Space Nine in season 4. When did Alexander appear first? Was it season 5 or 6? We'll say 5, I don't know. So it's only like about 4 or 5 years pass, and he's like grown up into a young man. Anyway, the involvement of Alexander in Star Trek Legacy could help solve a Klingon mystery, namely what state the Klingon Empire is in following the Dominion War and the Romulan supernova tragedy. I wish they'd expunged that from canon. But never mind. Aside from the occasional appearances in Star Trek Lower Decks, season 1 of Picard should have just ignored it. The Romulan Empire should have just carried on as normal and ignore that saying it's canon. Just say it from another timeline. It wasn't from the Prime one. Because they never actually said it on screen, did they, really? Really. I know we saw Spock, but he could have been Spock from another timeline, couldn't he? But never mind. I forgot where I was now. Aside from the occasional appearances in Star Trek Lower Decks and Star Trek Prodigy, the Klingons have been largely absent from the franchise. Oh, right. This is a possible side effect of the controversial changes made to the Klingon design in Star Trek Discovery. Because they look bloody awful. Klingorks, that's what they called them, didn't they? They looked awful. Necessitating an absence of the TNG-era design in the wider Star Trek universe for the sake of consistency. As Star Trek Discovery is set to end in 2024 with Season 5, the time could be right to properly explore what the Klingon Empire looks like in Star Trek's 25th century. Sorry, I nearly did Buck Rogers then. Oh, pardon me. Alexander Rosenko could be a perfect character with which to do this. In Star Trek Deep Space Nine, it was revealed that Alexander had enlisted with the Klingon Defence Forces during the Dominion War. As Picard Season 3 has confronted the fallout of the war head-on, it would make sense to continue to explore its aftermath within other cultures. He was a bit of a rubbish warrior, really, wasn't he? But he did grow, and ended up. He could do his job, but he wasn't like a mighty Klingon warrior. He was more, cerebral and thought about things, and he was more like his mother, really. His mother didn't like. His mother were half Klingon, wasn't she, Kayla? And she didn't hold with all this, Klingon honour and all that. She thought it were all nonsense. And Alexander tries, doesn't he? He tries to be Klingon, but because he's like 3/4 Klingon, isn't he? But he does struggle, and he did struggle when he started in the Klingon Defence Force, and he was a bit of a bumbler, wasn't he? But he found his feet, and he ended up, doing all right. Anyway, Terry Matalas and the Star Trek Picard Writers' Room has done a great job at developing the next generation of legacy TNG characters. However, these characters are all humans. Not really. Never mind. Deanna Troy's not human, is she? Data's not human. For Star Trek Legacy to truly explore, Deanna Troy's half human. They like the half humans, don't they, in Star Trek? To truly explore the story of the last generation and the next, it must look to the other cultures that make up the Star Trek universe. Bringing back Worf's son as a representative for the next generation of the Klingon Empire would be an ideal way to do this. Yeah, bring him back. I can't remember the name of the actor who played him. Last time we saw him. I know is that Brian? Where are we? Is that Brian Bosworth as the young one? Obviously, he'll be grown up now, but he'll be even more grown up with the actor that played him as adult Alexander, but anyway. But and obviously we saw him as a fully grown, didn't we, Klingon? Because he appeared as like he came from the future, didn't he? He came back in time for some reason. Did he come back in time to kill Worf or something like that? I can't actually remember that episode because I didn't really like it. But that got sorted out. That was sorted out anyway, wasn't it? So we've seen many iterations of Alexander over the years, but it'd be nice to see him again and see what he's been up to. Right, we will leave it there. So, thanks for watching, wherever you are. Look after each other, and until next time, I'll see thee.